All right, hello everybody. I'm Conquering History Games, and welcome back to the farewell graduation campaign here in Hearts of Iron for Kaiserreich. Where's the music? I can't hear it. I don't know if you guys can. There it is. Okay, and I have a little bit of the hiccups because oh, excuse me. I just had some hot jalapeno. Like basically, I was getting to the bottom of the jar. You know, it's like all the heat descending. And I'm like, oh, let me have a little sip of the excuse me, hot vinegar. Excuse me. It's like tickling a part of my throat. But man, I'm sure awake now, because there was a part of me that is. Excuse me. You know what? I need to gargle some water. Hello there, Reiko Shin. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Oh, that helped a lot. Why Suzerain? There's only so many hundreds of hours of the Kaiserreich OST you can listen to, you know. I guess it should be something more aggressive since we're already at war. Here we go. We'll do some medieval too. But yeah, I was feeling a little sleepy because man, it has been a day. Today was one of those days that at one point I looked at the clock and it was like 12:01. You know, it was right afternoon, and I was like, man, I'm already sick of this day. I'm already topped off on this day. But good stuff ultimately. Okay, so where we're picking up, I had a save file in like October, and I think that's when we were messing around trying to see what we could do in terms of pushing forward. I don't think we're gonna barely be able to get into Azerbaijan and Georgia, which is really freaking annoying. It's just too difficult. I mean, like, look, if I come in, I mean, I'm gonna definitely have to micro the heck out of this, which I'll admit is gonna be quite annoying. I'm hoping we can push across into Mongolia is preparing to declare war on us. Yeah, we knew that. Push across into the Crimea. Of course, I want to advance everywhere, but from when we were just even letting it play on its own, we smashed into the Baltic Federation fairly easily. Hello there, Evan Stranot. So it should be that'll be good. Then we can redirect. Of course, I mean it's not really, because then you got to put these guys on the border with Lithuania. But I mean, if you could just knock a country out, that is great. Azerbaijan being at war with Iran, I think, is going to really help me. I think I should probably formalize something here, actually. I mean, we kind of already had... Yeah, we've already got a non-aggression pact. We're cool with each other, so we can move troops. I want to offer it to them. They don't want it. They have strategic reasons to be hostile to me. I think there are paths where Russia can get in there. I don't know. We need to trial them. Can we do it, CHG? Trial who? What, the Azerbaijani? Or the Georgians? No, but wow. Dang, I don't think I've ever really seen social conservative in Kaiserreich be this big before. Usually, it's if it's a centrist philosophy, it's like social liberal. That's a nice shade of blue. I like that. Although I kind of like that. Wait, was this like a little green? This is like a green stripe. You know what? I think it's the lighting, because it's kind of creating. It's trying to look like there's light on it to create a little bit more three-dimensionality, but that makes it look like this strip is green. It's probably a color theory thing, because there's this sharp yellow right here. I actually had a funny moment today. I was talking to this artist who was painting and putting a bit of the sun on the piece, and the sun was coming out green, because even though they're really smart, they apparently forgot color theory and what happens when you put yellow on top of blue. But they managed to fix it. But yeah, it could happen to anybody. All right, Bulgaria is really pushing in here. Like, that's kind of not good, but I mean, what are we going to send help to the paternal autocrats in Greece? It's just one of those things that typical Balkans bullshit, and it's like hate to even get involved. So yeah, we're gonna really micro here. I'm gonna be spending a lot of time checking these front lines. Like, you see this is good. Look at this. We're hitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 directions. We're pushing in here. Just closing that pocket. I do want my tanks to do a decent amount of work here in getting us into Ukraine. I might actually, we might, you know what? Instead of trying to get a little bit overly greedy, I think, and going straight for Mariupol, we might try to do an encirclement of Kharkiv here, just because this supply center, if you head west into Ukraine, you don't hit another one. And so there's like this kind of one here east of Chernihiv, but really it's Kiev. So if I could click, if I cut this, all of this is now going to suffer. And then these guys will still kind of be able to get to supply, but it's going to be a bit of a roundabout way. Like, Mariupol will collapse all on its own. But I'm looking, as always, for gaps in the line. The AI is much better about it these days than it used to be. Having said that, it looks to me like there is a blank one here. Okay. Right in here, please. And this, we don't have to really worry about the supply. I mean, it's the two cities. We're going to just push right over them. This lake is the main defense, honestly. Got to add out a lending money app in Amazon. Do you think they are sending something? I don't get it. Uh-oh, did I not... Wait, no, because, yeah, Norway's with us, but Norway's going to fall. We definitely got to get... We've got to get some people over there, I think. The question is, where can I spare them? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to create a fallback line up here. Shoot, where's the supply line? There's really not much of one at all. Okay, I'm going to send y'all... You cannot draw a fallback line here. Why not? Oh, is this some stupid... I have to... You ask for military access. It's because they're technically a different faction, so I have to technically ask for the access, which they just said yes to, so appreciate it. Thanks for giving me permission to come save your ass. So we're going to get most of them over here to Baltic, but actually maybe just 2. Because I want to be here covering this port, and we need to maybe, if we can, push a little bit here. Oh no, because also though we're fighting Finland. But wait, where does it end, the line with Finland or the front? That might get this might get a little weird up here in the very far north. I don't want to get too caught up in it. We probably should just accept that Norway is gone. You know, we'll do our best with what we've got. How's the CSA doing, by the way? Still bad? Yeah, pretty, yeah, still bad. And I guess the AUS had St. Louis, huh? Genuinely, actually, it would be kind of weird. It just shows how crazy the Second Civil War can get. Second American Civil War. It would actually almost be good if right now the American Union State could push through and take Chicago. Because then it... And I know there's a little bit of help here. Oh, but yeah, Canada and them are working together. So, whatever. Hope they can hold on. The Fire Rises mod. Yeah, I don't think I'm too familiar with that one. Okay, so we're able to find a gap here. I don't think there's any gaps over here, so not towards Baku. This week I was watching. I've been giving a second chance. I'm trying to again watch Succession. Not trying. I'm definitely watching it now. That show that was on HBO a few years ago that had Brian Cox as like the patriarch of this ultra rich family that runs a corporation. there was a Baku reference because there's just a there's a subplot. It's not important. What I kind of like about the show is that it kind of reminds me of House. Everything's episodic. I mean, there is an overall plot line, but it's like it's such an episodic show. Anyway, at one point they're trying to make a deal with some people, and it just said they're like Central Asian oil men. But you eventually find out, and it's a super quick drive-by line that the people they're talking about, it's oil from Baku. That's like where their company is, and then you realize that the characters have been saying where the country, because it's supposed to illustrate that the ignorant Americans and their geography, because they've been saying like, oh yeah, they're like in Turkey, or they're somewhere in Central Asia, but the whole time it turns out they were in Baku, which I thought was funny. Fire Rises asks the question, what if 2020 was worse and COVID is much stronger? Oh man, that sounds interesting, but Lord knows I'd never play that on a stream. You gotta... That's not the kind of people you want coming in. German Empire is called German East Asia and is our enemy. Okay, well, yeah, that's gonna really make a lot of difference. But... Okay, so I still had some divisions in queued up. Good. All right, so I want to try to get this one in here, please, quickly. Thank you. These ones are not quite ready. 90%. Okay, go. All right, great. So now our front here that's pushing into the Baltics, which I guess we'll name this the Baltic front or something. Baltic Corps. We're over here with a full 30 divisions, and we're getting a little bit of assistance actually. But 30 divisions are being brought to bear on them, and they've got at most... Oh, well, they're already out of manpower. Wow. Yo, this war just started, bro. You're already out of manpower. Anyway, they've got 9 divisions at most, and yeah, they're probably going to be getting braced by Germany here. But the point is that they can't stop it. So then what I'm probably gonna do, it's tricky because like there's so many tiles in this area, like it doesn't seem like it, but believe me, the tiles are bigger here than they are over here. So we're gonna need 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so we can get about 2 divisions each. So what I'm going to probably do once I take the Baltic Federation is I'm gonna stretch it over here, over all this. Then these 10 divisions can be a little bit more compressed, push in here into White Ruthenia. Just again, trying to eliminate countries from contention ASAP. Request expeditionaries. Do I want to get into all that? Gotta get past Lake Lagia. Okay, Morocco is at war with us now. Okay. Gargle some water again. Oh, also, I'm just gonna Google something really quick. It's a basketball thing. I just was wanting to check when a basketball game was this Thursday. Okay. Are you serious? I need a subscription just to check a fucking game schedule time. Check PM. Just control FPM. That's how you sneak it. Surely it'll be an afternoon game. Well, that's just gonna have to how it's gonna have to be. All right. Okay. Push here, push here. Rapola, they're actually holding on quite... Oh, Denmark! The Danish have come to Finland's aid. What do you bring, Denmark? 17 divisions, potentially. With flexible organization, professional offense core, tenacious defense. You know what? I mean, the whole point of, like, checking out the intel on these people, goodness gracious, they have at least 156 divisions. Germany almost certainly outnumbers us all on their own, and then we still have to deal with Middle Europa. But remember, we're going to keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and, you know, encirclements are your friend. What it ultimately comes down to, I've said it for years, I try not to get too concerned with this division count number. This is what I'm concerned with. Available manpower. Get that KD ratio right, and this number is going to take care of itself. Okay. So I'm just kind of curious, what kind of, man, look at them compared to, like, Finland. Actually, no, Finland's pretty beefed up, but, like, you know, Denmark has got these three things: tenacious defense, professional officer core, and flexible organization. Oh, good for them, good for them. Three little thingies here. No land doctrines. But down here, Walter von Brauchted, they're boosting their artillery organization. So with Fritz and Bloomberg, infantry, attack and defense. They're doing heavy tanks, increased focus on defense, smoke and fire, a little bit of breakthrough. Preferred tactics is overwhelming fire. It's an infantry build. I think it could have been. It's an infantry and artillery, a little bit of artillery build that could have been done better. Look at us. Look at us. We got infantry, overall attack, artillery attack, armor attack. You know, the planning buffs. You know, of course, got to have that technical withdrawal and relentless assault, but armor's much better. +1 attacks here from bold attack. We're apolitical, so that's what paid for all this. Aggressive reconnaissance, yeah. This may become much more of an offensive war on our part than I thought. I mean, there will be the slowdown moment. I mean, ideally never, but we'll see. Germany is a big one to crack. Oh yeah, I'm gonna assign it. Okay, recruit scientists. Oh yeah, I don't want to recruit dang scientists because it's like I'm not even really doing stuff with these breakthroughs. You know, I built that. Definitely was not a good use to buy that. To build that land warfare facility way at the beginning of the game, but because we ended up getting some of the events and stuff and focuses. Balkanized. Do you guys know that there's actually a song called Balkanized about a potential Second American Civil War? I'm actually going to look that up because I think you guys would find that really interesting and it's on brand. Let me. I'm just looking up the lyrics here. Oh wait, what's this? Okay, wait. Let me check Metal Archive. Metal Archive. So what I'm pulling up. It's this band from New York City that makes dissonant style metal, really influenced by hardcore and stuff. I feel like I gotta change the music for this. Where's Adrian von Ziegler? Here we go. And it's gonna try to play me an ad. No, shush! No! Oh, hell no. Okay. Okay, so the band is called Piron. They've really rapidly become a favorite of mine within metal because they're just I mean they're not the only dissonant metal band in the world, but they're quite interesting. They have such vivid imagery. Madoka Magica. I want to watch more of that one day. I think I've said this for a while now. I saw the first episode with a friend, and then I just didn't get around to watching more of it. Okay. So here. So this is a song. I'm going to read a song called Balkanized, because you guys are talking about a mod where America gets Balkanized. off of the second, or you know, some modern day whatever the fuck. But anyway, there's a band called Piron. They're really like they like to comment a lot on like society and stuff, and like the way we hurt each other. Anyway, so we're gonna read the lyrics to their song Balkanized. It's a dramatic reading, so I'm not gonna like sing it at all. I'm just gonna recite. Okay, right. Hold on a second. No, you know what? I feel like I've already screwed it up. Let me. Okay, here. New music. 3, 2, and reading. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm standing on the platform. There's a pile of trash bags, swollen with former objects of desire, stripped of office, like corrupted priests in black plastic vestments, and cast out to vagrancy, so now they wait with me, twitching with the palsy of the rats in their guts that shriek as the train approaches to take me home. There's a negative copy of me in a bus station, on a dusty plain, 1,000 miles away. And one day, we'll meet, swept up by different flags. We'll lock eyes through gun sights and wonder which one of us will die beneath the other's knives. And I hope it will be him. It's not personal, but I'll rip your guts out if I have to. I'll tear your guts out if I'm asked to. You'll rip my throat out if you have to. You'll tear my guts out if you're asked to. It's nothing personal, because we're both the same. Lemmings rushing away from a mirror and towards a cliff. And there you go. All right, back to some Medieval 2 then. Okay. And like, if you listen to the song too, there's like a whole like kind of a jazzy breakdown, very like 1980s King Crimson, but it's still, you know, freaking metal, you know. Okay, cool. We have reached the sea, or about to anyway. Need y'all to be everything's for me as aggressive as we can. We've only been microing for a few days. We're still in September. Yeah, we're only 5 days since the save file. I feel like, yeah, you need to be moving just a teeny tiny bit faster, please. We're gonna have to send somebody into Finland. Reconnaissance in force, of course. Yeah, right here. What is this? Not enough manpower. Garrison was 179. Oh, please. Do we actually want to just clean this up? I mean, we already got the MPs in there. I'm not sure what else I could honestly do. I mean, I could. No. Leave it by. Leave it be. We can have 273 max. Canada is no longer being distracted by Venezuela. Bukarans want to help. Thank you! Come on in, you and your... Oh shoot, actually, hopefully they're the ones who will deal with Mongolia. How many divisions do they have? 0! Wow! Amazing, incredible. Oh man. We're also, there is a noticeable logistical deficit going on right now. Let's not pretend that's not happening. But we should still be okay. We're gonna come down here to Parnu. We're taking Dorpot. I mean, our guys are just walking into the dang country. Like, that guy had low org. Okay, fine. Walk where it's empty. Oh, happy the trade ride towards Berlin still happening. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Berlin will burn. It's already happened, and we're going to keep doing it. All right, this is great. Liking this. I do not like that though. That there's kind of a bulge that's only being there's only tanks there, not infantry supporting. So we're just gonna switch that around a little. But yeah, I might. I mean, I might send one division south. You got to be careful about stretching them too much. Oh gosh, who am I kidding? No, just come in. I think they just abandoned the city. I think they actually just made a mistake. And then because I was right now going, oh well, I don't want to have to encircle it. I don't even want to do like the siege of St. Petersburg out here. But if they're just gonna give me Kharkiv, we'll just take that and then I'll redraw my lines from there. Yeah, keep this guy pinned, please. That cavalry too. Okay, just dismiss that. Okay, shut up on this. Shut up on this. Or, oh no, you gotta be kidding me. Have I not had anti-tank going this whole time? Wait, I don't have anti-tank. Yeah, oh no, it's fine. Actually, never mind. Never mind, we're good. Who's not doing anything? Okay, we got a division here standing by. I just realized I haven't even really been putting people in the proper places. Okay, who else is... Okay, you're over Ukraine. This is close air support, close air support, close air support. Who else is not doing anything? Got some close air support here, waiting for orders. This is really good. I like that the close air support is doing this well. Okay, yeah, we got these guys. I want some of them just over here over central. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, did we decide this? The Cossack thing? I don't remember this, actually. Okay, so, let me read this event so you guys can then vote on it, and, and then, I'm gonna vamp about this movie I watched, like, a month or two ago, and I've been wanting to rewatch. So, a longing for the free land. Cossacks in Germany have always been a privileged caste. With a large degree of autonomy during the times of the Empire, they considered themselves the true masters of the vast amount of rich lands on which their Cossack hosts were located. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit. It feels like it's coming in too loud. Like, I'm just looking at the readings. Let's turn that just a bit down. Okay. So during the Civil War, the vast majority of Cossacks sided with the Whites. The Kuban and Don republics were created to maintain a certain degree of independence, though they had occasionally difficult relations with other white leaders. None of the Cossacks seriously sought independence from Russia, and so these republics were abolished as soon as the situation in the country stabilized. The Cossack hosts became autonomies once again, now within the RFDR. However, the Civil War unwittingly planted the seeds of Cossack nationalism, and all that was needed was the rain to make them sprout. The abolition of the Cossack autonomies led to a number of riots, which the authorities were forced to suppress. Now, after a few years of debate, the Cossacks seem to have found a new goal to strive for, the creation of Cossakia. A few months ago, a magazine of the same name was published in Novocherkassk, edited by Ignat, that's a name, Ignat Bilyi and Vasily Glezkov, glorifying the leaders of the anti-Russian Cossack revolts of the past, such as Bulavin and Nekrasov. The magazine promotes Cossack culture and the full independence of the southern Russian Cossacks as a completely separate federal country. Although immediately banned by the authorities, Cossack continued to be published underground and managed to attract several groups of nationalistically minded young Cossacks, though few would believe that the idea could gain any serious popularity among the mainstream Cossack population. The Cossacks will never abandon Russia, put them in jail, or they won't succeed in any way there's nothing to worry about. So let's do a poll. The Cossack question. Jail them. Don't worry. That's here. Don't worry. So what are you guys doing that? I know that Cossacks and Gypsies aren't the same thing, although they're both kind of cultural. And I mean, Cossacks is much more cultural than ethnic, whereas like, I mean, I guess Roma are like I mean, it's not an ethno-religious group. That wouldn't be the phrase. Anyway, I'm getting off track here. I wanted to talk about this movie, and like some of you are maybe flinching just hearing the word gypsy, right? But for one reason or the other. But I saw this movie. It was I saw a couple of Yugoslavian films recently, and one was called I Even Met Happy Gypsies. Of course, that's the name in English. I couldn't tell you for sure the original name, but it was this Yugoslavian movie. But it's apparently not in Serbian. Mostly, it's mostly in the Roma language because. I've seen it described as like a half documentary, and it's following. I mean, there's a plot line where there's like a main character and stuff, but apparently they were filming in real Roma communities and stuff, and in the movie does get into this idea of like, well, what is a gypsy? Like what does it mean to be a gypsy? Is that like what are their positive or the bad connotations of that? Really quite an interesting movie. Looks gorgeous, fantastically acted, really gets the noggin jogging. It's funny at moments. Some real characters in that movie. There's this guy who plays a priest who's he's like an Eastern Orthodox priest who's about to leave the monastery. He's like the last one there. Because this is during the period under like Marshal Tito, right? I mean, yeah, it's when Yugoslavia wasn't around, post World War II, and so like obviously there's certain feelings towards the church and stuff like that. But it looks really cool film, and it's free on YouTube. I found out, but unfortunately it's in like 240p, so it like looks horrid. Not horrid, but it's like, come on, let's get some HD here. I refuse to believe they couldn't agree on a better name. That would be like Americans calling themselves Freedomians. I don't know. I wasn't at that meeting. We're at 50-50 on the poll, people, so I need somebody to break this tie, and in the meantime, I'm going to keep vamping. But yeah, I even met Happy Gypsies. It was cool. There's like... there's this actress in there who's like a singer mostly. She's really great. There's a moment with her that is like my favorite scene, and if not, or like I should kind of say my two favorite scenes. There's this connection between two scenes that involves her, which was like this amazing moment in the film where I was just like, oh my gosh, can't believe y'all just pulled that. You know, it was amazing. Fredonia goes hard, not gonna lie. Let's see, what movies have I seen? What has been the most recent film? I actually watched a bunch of movies this weekend with a friend, more than I would usually in one sitting. And there was this one I caught, and I'm just doing this until I'm just vamping until somebody votes, please, to break the tie. But there was somebody just did it. All right, the answer was, according to you all, is to jail them. The Cossacks will never abandon Russia, put them in jail. So it costs us political power, but we sure got plenty of that. Okay, back to the war. All right, we're about to enter Riga. We're going to create the timeline where Mikhail Tal is working directly for Russia. All his stats are gonna go Russia's way. There will be no Latvian Gambit. Never heard of it. There it is. Fall Riga. The first, but certainly will not be the last, capital to fall. Riga, the pearl of the Baltic, has fallen to Russian forces as of today. The vibrant trade hub plays a role as a critical economic and financial center of the Baltic Sea, while the Russian army has pledged to maintain a peaceful occupation. Fires rage throughout the city, and refugees have been attempting to flee by sea. Some buildings like the House of the Blackheads lie in ruin after intense bombing from the Russian army. Back to the sea, the Baltic defenders had no choice but to offer their unconditional surrender to the victorious Russian army in order to prevent the further destruction of their city. At last, the pearl of the Baltic is ours. I don't know about the Romani. There aren't basic stereotypes. Be surprised if they still roam about nation for nation, even if they have freedom movement the EU has. Yeah, and well, you know, this is one of the things that's interesting about that Gypsy movie. Is that there's really not that much roaming because it's a village. There's houses and shit, right? So you're not catching them in migrant mode. But I mean, there's things with, how do I say this in a sensitive manner? The stereotypes come from places for a reason. But also I think a lot of the movie is meant to because you guys all have to think that it's in the Roma language and it's being shown to people in Serbians, and then I'm watching it in English, so it's like an even deeper level of, oh, cool, nice. Okay, wait, we just had a big win there. The Federation just collapsed ahead of schedule. It's not even October yet. Now we're going to do what I said we were going to do. We're going to redraw this line. So how far could I say before it start to get yellow? Okay, yeah. So we're going to draw this line here, getting into the White Ruthenia area, and then we could really just cut into a lot of the meat here. I can't believe that Poland is not involved. The social liberals have just stayed out. This is very strange. I'm not sure why Austria hasn't come in against us. Or France yet, apparently. I guess that's usually if just Germany is more on the defensive. Come on, you guys know the line. Wouldn't be a world war without them. All right, we've got more military factories starting to queue up. We've just got all these beautiful synthetic refineries coming into. Speaking of which, let's check trade. Do we even need to be importing crap anymore? We sure don't. Cancel rubber import. War here. Hey there, General Kenobi. Ever seen Snatch? Oh yeah, Snatch, the one with Brad Pitt. Oh, that's a cool one. But yeah, so the Roma, it's one of those things. It's like, because yeah, there's negative portrayals, but it's also probably just because they're people. You know, are there drunks? Are there bums? Are there layabouts and pickpockets and stuff that exist in every culture, not just the Roma one? I mean, it's. It seems to critically be praised as as an ultimately positive portrayal of them. But I mean, who knows? Who knows what that means? It's like, geez, for years and years, I would always hear about how the ending of Ulysses by James Joyce is just like this crowning moment of the portrayal of women in literature. And their independence and power, and it's just like an evil bitch monologuing for 40 pages. Just like the monologuing about whipping her, you know, just like fucking beating her daughter and just whoring herself out and all this stuff. And it's just, what? But you know, that's what they say. You know, if you ever meet a Ulysses scholar, do not ask. It's rude to ask if they've actually read the book. I'm not a scholar, I've just read it. Okay. We need to look at what we're most short on logistics. So artillery, we're 90 days back. Infantry, 48 days back. That's just gonna be fine. Half a year back on the trucks. The trucks just continue to be a problem. I need to really go harder on trucks in the future because it's also a part of supply. It's not just support equipment. So, okay, the armored support, this probably was like, this is just, I haven't really committed to this because it's not exactly what's making or breaking the army. I think, speaking of support equipment is where I want to place these. Dang, 25, man, factories don't go as far as they used to, it feels like. We've only got 5 on trucks. Okay, we'll set that up next. They're all going to be steadily coming in now. Like, this one's going to be ready in like 3 weeks. This one's going to be ready in also about 3 weeks. Refiners are done. Probably got too many of these being made, really. But whatever. Well, the ones that are queued up, we'll just leave be, and then I just won't make any more. Russia having truck problems is appropriate. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna send a cheeky division to Konigsberg just to see, because like there's just nobody here. You guys are seeing that, right? There's nobody in Lithuania. I'm also got to keep an eye out for potential naval invasions. Nice encirclement here. Speaking of which, let's check back in this. Okay, it appears we did not actually break into the city. Don't really want to push here. Let's come here and then here because I don't want to attack over the river. Actually, F it. It's a half-beaten cav division. I should be able to beat it over a river. Maybe not. My tanks aren't even involved yet. We got one whole division encircled. That's where it starts. Hello there, Ikorik. Spirit of Air Force Command. I guess I should do something. Oh yeah, I think I wanted veteran air instructors. Yeah. Or wait, Steel Wing, Steel Heart. Untrained pilot penalty for new air wings is minus 33%. Takes a certain kind of courage to wage war at 10,000 feet. That could be good, but I'd rather just keep training them and keep queuing them up. I've already got more planes that I'm kind of using, really. All right, take care, Tenebrae. We shall defend our island no matter the cost. I like the ace effectiveness. That is I'm gonna do maybe CAG night fighting, battlefield interdiction, centralized control. Effective management of resources ensures that planes reach the locations they're needed most. Let's do veteran air instructors. Keep it simple. Keep it good. Let's continue to try to get more and more of these planes up here. Okay, yeah. So like, look, all these none of these are trained up. So let's get them doing that. Who else is not doing anything? Standing by, standing by. Okay, get training, please. Again, who else is not doing anything? All right, here we've got, okay, like here, we got 100 planes in Rostov trained and ready to go. What the heck is this? These are biplanes. Oh man, this is the oldest go first. All right, we'll set you on interception duty down here in the Northern Caucasus. Okay, now you all are doing something. You're here in Ukraine, or no, yeah, let's get back to Ukraine. Great. And with that, I think officially all of my planes are doing something. Having said that, let's keep cranking some out. Oh, no, we're there. Okay. So that's fine. It's fine. I mean, because remember, those are surplus planes. So, you know, once we have another 100 surplus, well, we just keep going. Want to kind of get up there, take that supply, come this way. Yeah, once Vilpuri falls here, that's really going to be it. And it just did. Okay, Petrograd now. Very, very, very safe, although I believe we're supposed to have a couple of divisions that are just permanently stationed there, or at least one. Make it two. Make it two. Can't be too safe on that because we've got, like, in this industrial centers there, we've got one of our, like, custom design people is based there. Okay. Checking back down here. Kharkiv, we're having a little bit of trouble getting in there. Force attack, maybe. Force attack here. Okay. Did we just get pushed back from Mariupol? Did I see that correctly? What? Oh, I was looking at the division here or there. I thought something was happening. Internationalist war. We've hit October 1940, by the way. We're looking really... you look at the big picture, in the east, it's going good. Now, of course, we really want France to hold on. I think if I'm going to kind of, for now, use Britannia as kind of the canary in the coal mine. If Britannia falls, that's probably going to be about it for France. If they can hold on to that in Marseille and Bordeaux, then eventually we should hopefully be pushing hard enough west that Germany's going to be forced to keep pulling people off of that front. But yeah, once Austria enters the war, that is a major gun that hasn't fired yet. I'd love if we could knock out Portugal here. Man, a Spain that's not having to deal with constant invasion and civil war can actually put in some freaking work. Okay. Speaking of Spain, an internationalist war. The constitution of the short-lived RSFSR was staunchly internationalist in nature, granting citizenship to all foreign workers in the country without cumbersome formalities. 1 second, I'll be right back. It was on this basis the Bolshevik government conducted political work among prisoners of war, much to the chagrin of the capitalist powers, and was quick to confer citizenship on them to legitimize its activities and grant them safety from reprisals at home. The VST has reintroduced this practice, allowing for a similarly simple legal route to citizenship for all foreign individuals of a working-class background. Unfettered by the limitations of the Brest-Litovsk peace and the need to open itself up to a non-capitalist world, the population of foreign prisoners are split along class lines, and the proletariat and peasantry appealed to on the basis of class solidarity. Many have proven willing to accept a new political education and embrace a class consciousness outlook. Not only will this prove valuable for any future occupation of the Reichspakt, but additionally, many fervent individuals have taken up the internationalist cause wholeheartedly and have been put forward as acceptable candidates for auxiliary roles and even combat roles in the army. We who have not been shall be all. So we got 5,000 more people in, basically. And a little more war support, which is cool. We're at 100%. So yeah, nice. You've almost got a simple majority, just a syndicalist. And there it is. Been waiting on that. So we just got a 300-pound gorilla thrown into this fight. Austrian intervention. That probably happened the second I entered Eastern Prussia. I think so, yeah. Look, I'm coming in here. Went into Memel, core state, instantly. Because let's face it, it's Austria and Germany, it's all Germanic, they're working together. Some military minds in Europe had believed that any inevitable continental war would be over in a matter of months due to powerful new technological advances. However, any lingering delusions about the scale of modern warfare have quickly vanished in the face of the torrid tales of brutality coming out of conflict-ravaged Western Europe. Vienna has looked on with trepidation at the rearmament of the syndicalist powers for years, but now with open conflict threatening to upturn the balance of power in Europe, they have decided to openly intervene against the International. Already, imperial troops are marching against syndicalist forces, posing a new threat to the world revolution. It wouldn't be a Weltkrieg without them. Yeah. Let's kind of check in on the KD ratio. 62,000. We've taken... Oh, I haven't even truly called in all my allies. Let's do that. Y'all need to do something about Mongolia. But like if we check Ukraine, for example, we've inflicted 41,000. So we've taken 62,000 total, mostly from Ukraine, which is still 26,000. We've defeated 41,000 of theirs, and that's about to start getting worse once I can get a little bit of encirclement action happening. Also, did we take that one tile? Oh, very good. Very, very good. Yeah, coming down here, it looks like Georgia is actually about to fall. We're going to get their capital encircled at least, which could prove to become a pain. France KD ain't looking so good. Oh, yeah, what is theirs? I didn't even look at it. They have lost 1.3 million. 1.2 of that is from Germany. They've inflicted 948,000. There's definitely worse. Germany's doing better there, but it could be worse. We just need them to hang on. They gotta. Oh wait, no, this is in the world. Kaiser Reich's the world where Germany won World War One. Because I was gonna say they lost some of their land to Germany and they won the first time, but a bit more of it's been lost now. But I think stepping into German core territory the way I just did is gonna hopefully instill a panic where they'll begin heading east and could give France some breathing room. Ooh, Turkestan just capitulated, apparently. Khorasan and Kazakh, I guess because those countries don't actually exist anymore. But yeah, as you can see now, Austria is in, like, look at all this that just jumped in. Austria alone, what's their division count? 60 to 221,000, though they don't have a whole lot in reserve still. So a lot more food just got put on the gate. History repeats. We are again at war with Germany. But this time, it is not a war of emperors and capitalists. It is a people's war. A struggle for the liberation of all peoples of the world. The Russian people have risen from the abyss of German-backed reaction and are taking their rightful place in the international coalition of revolutionary nations. Great campaigns have been launched to let everyone under our banners know this is the last battle, the last war that must be fought, and after that, the International unites the human race. We will march under Brandenburg Gate, so we'll get the stability, support, and manpower buffs, all of which are, of course, appreciated. Of course, now we're on extensive conscription, so we're just going to be mobilizing for quite a while here. Yeah, oh shit. Oh shit, here we go again. Well, I've already got tanks, you know, heading to Poltava. We're going to really go west on this. How are we doing down here? Dang, we just cannot get across these straits, apparently. Alright. Woo! Just got the better computing machine done. Oh yeah, atomic research time? I think so. Not finding much in the way of empty tiles over here. Okay, Konigsberg, they've got 2 divisions there. Oh, have I not had these guys advancing this whole time? Wow, that's actually genuinely pretty dumb. Friendly air superiority. Speaking of which, how is all that looking? Looking really good, actually. Yeah. No, we're not exactly building up an excess, though. I'm gonna try to get a cutoff here. I need to send another division out there, I think. What? There. Docking requests. Just yes to everyone. We'll do with the. Alright. Doctrine 90% back at low. I think I can get some discounts on that stuff later. Man, I haven't looked at my decision tab in a while. I can attack Mongolia. I don't think there's any to do that. But yeah, fortify the Petrograd approaches. That's going to take another 71 days. Let's see if we can actually just defeat Finland in that time. That would be funny. Like, we have finished Petrograd's defenses while, you know, I'm now trying to march to Stockholm. Uh-oh. This guy's going to get pinched. But maybe we can get in Vilnius. We can accidentally create just a tiny bit of panic. Not a lot. I don't want crazy panic, but I just want the Lithuanians to go whoopsie. Yeah, I can't believe Poland is just sitting this one out. Oh no, they're officially in the Reichspakt. Oh, everybody is. Great, great. Well then, let's take stock of who are the major players. Obviously, we're the one that matters here in the East. Third International, remember, if France falls, that's not the end of the world. Union of Britain is still considered a major power. Mexico is not, so yeah, it's just the 2 of them for now. But if we look at the Reichspakt, it's Germany, of course, the German Empire. Brazil is considered major. Okay, so that means in the long term, we're going to eventually have to cross the Atlantic. And Austria as well. Yeah, and there's no socialist Italy. Argentina's not considered major. Oh. Looks like the free territories are losing to Brazil. That's kind of to be expected. Also trying to make sure I keep checking my alerts for potential naval invasions. We haven't had an issue so far. Got one division here that is cut off technically. We got another guy about to walk into Baku. Oh shoot! Yeah, thank you, Iran. Oh, this is gonna feel so good. Wow, yeah, look like maybe a naval invasion sort of did happen. Not really. Oh no, that was the cut off. Oh, that's looking good. All right, stop. The fall of Vilnius, yet another capital, returned. Best known for its old town. I need some water. Oh, I'm out of water. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Space. So, best known for its old town, one of the largest surviving medieval towns in northern Europe. Vilnius is a place where some of Europe's most excellent architectural styles, Gothic, Renaissance, Neoclassical, and Baroque, stand side by side with each other. However, dark times lie ahead for the city's inhabitants as the city was engulfed in the Battle of Vilnius. That's probably supposed to be plural, just a tiny typo. The Russians attempted to encircle the city as the defenders mounted a desperate breakout in the hopes of escaping the siege. Brutal street-to-street fighting ensued as the Russian forces attempted to reduce the defense of the city. After an excruciating battle with much of the city lying in ruins and flames, and the Lithuanian defenders surrendered. Once a European cultural landmark, it is too soon to tell whether or not Vilnius will recover to its pre-war glory. The Jerusalem of the North is ours. Okay. Oh, did we get a little cut off here? Yeah, we did. That's okay. That's okay. In fact, I'm gonna tell this guy, don't even worry about it. Run for Ululu. And everybody they send chasing you is somebody that's not defending the east. Because look at that. We're getting the nice little encirclement. You know, we're not really pushing here in the north. I think they've overcommitted in the north, and that is they're gonna pay now. I mean, goodness, if I was Finland, I mean, if I gotta go on the attack, don't just sit around and wait. But I would actually maybe do a defense in depth if I was ever playing Finland. Like, I'd have some fallback line troops, and I just would want to like be on every one of these freaking tiles amongst all these lakes, because it could just become excruciating dealing with that. Alright, so we've filled up on the trucks. We are definitely getting a lot more factories coming in. So another logistics check. How is all this looking? Ooh, medium tanks, 55 days. You know what? I want more. I want more. When we get to the point where we're just spamming tanks out at an absurd rate, it's when we've won. Plain and simple. Oh yeah, and I was gonna check, is there anything that's gonna boost my land doctrine? Yeah. Faith in the army. My faith lies with you. Da, 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 da. Somewhere there's a place in my heart. I actually don't think there's a buff. Yeah, I don't think there's any more land doctrine buffs. Division attack and defense on core territory is good for a year. Oh yeah, probably should grab that. I mean, I guess I could still do that next time, but we're not really on core territory anymore, so whatever. Okay, well then maybe just screw it and take the land doctrine stuff now, max it out. Backhand blow is nice. Oh yeah, have I chosen my leader details? Preferred tactic. Yeah, I might do like overwhelming fire. No, we're gonna strategist attack. Counter by ambush. Breakthrough comes after blitz, right? Oh, actually I cannot afford this stuff. Oh, that's right, because I got attaches all over the frickin' world. Whatever. Is America kind of still in this, though? A little low key, still in this? There's so much dancing on the razor's edge right now. Let's get this airfield of theirs. I don't know, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? How's it going so far? We doing all right, you think? Yeah, the Austrians are definitely pouring in. Ukraine's got some divisions up here, which is kind of funny to me, considering how deep I am into their own country. Yep, here come the Germans. They've got anti-air. They got field hospitals. This is a mountain division, too. Engineers, logistics. Kryvia's coming up here. Lithuanians. There's a problem. They moved 8 Lithuanian divisions to defend Konigsberg, and now those divisions are not defending their own country. Dang. Supply could be the big issue right now. Yeah, and that is a little bit solving itself. Man, like, look at this. I hate this. If we could take this one tile, that would be great. But if, right? If. I don't want to, yeah, get one. Yeah, again, I'd have to go under. You know what? Just leave this division, actually. Where's the supply chain here? Yeah, come up here to... Oh, no, we gotta take Helsinki. I think we've managed to sneak past. What's this missing equipment? Yeah, get rid of that alert. And, oh, is that new? Where you could just hover over it and it'll tell you who are the major countries you're at war with? I guess that saves time needing to do the ocular pat down of the war summary. Wait, don't I have that crypto done against? Oh, nice. Georgia's down. Okay, one less country to worry about. Yeah, I'll move. Looks like they're all moving over here. Good. How will Soviet history explain the fall of the French Commune? Let me think on that. Hello? Can you hear me? As I was saying, I think it's an irrelevant question. The French Commune has not yet fallen, although Brittany is certainly isolated. Okay, we got one division, no, 2 divisions here, kind of south of Vilnius, who are getting cut off. Azerbaijan just dropped. That is amazing news. I think that just completely freed up the Caucasus for us. I don't know what's going on here with, like, I could maybe give it to Armenia or whatever. I'm just gonna take it for now, and I'm sure we'll get like a more specific you know, event in terms of what we're actually doing down here. I hope Turkey doesn't get involved, although Socialist Iran seems to have taken care of things. So select all. All right, we got 24 new divisions that just opened up here. That's great. And I think they have to go to Mongolia. Mongolia is about to do its BS. Yeah, much as I would like to throw these in against Ukraine. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna. That is, we have to prioritize our Western Front. Like so. So you can compress here. Do that little number. Now we got a lot of divisions in a really tight space. Oh, we can get a new trait to this guy. Scavenger, please. I have a maintenance company in my infantry. Let's just double check that, right? Motorizer, yeah, maintenance company. So yeah, that's also helping with all this stuff. Okay. Okay, Kharkiv has been taken. That means it's time to push south. For reals. Okay. Ugh, the red bubbles have started. You don't like to see the red bubbles. We're gonna probably have to do a pause here. I really don't want to have to retreat. Somalia's gone. It's Africa's, you know, going, hey, remember us? We can't seem to break through here either. I think a Finnish collapse is what we need. I don't think. Well, we've taken Helsinki. Terrific. Quickly, we need to take Lahti. I don't think that's going to quite be enough to... Yeah, they're only 53% of the way to capitulation, but... I think we're doing amazing. It's October 1940, and... We've got the Baltic Federation down. Not quite Lithuania. Would love if we can get this tile. Love if we can get this tile. Blame the totalists. What is the Communist France? Aren't they syndicate? No, they're radical socialists. Yeah. Yeah, not enough unity. Not enough inter and intra-party loyalties and, I don't know, straight to finish up, you know. Oh, we have dockyards. Wow, that's useful, I guess. No, they really are, but it's just... D44, that's done. A few better armor protection here. Let's get the final computing machine way freaking ahead of time. Invade Armenia, invade Azerbaijan. Not relevant right now. There's no neg for holding on to it for 30 days at the moment. At least I'm pretty darn sure that's how that works. We'll definitely have to stop this general offensive soon, I think. Oh, Semenyov's BS, the Far Eastern Army. Yeah, and there we go. That's maybe the 24 should have gone too. Excuse me. So trade to Russia, you know how it is. Surprise 70 off playthrough. Oh gosh. Oh, I don't quite want this. Encourage frugality. I feel like I gotta change the music again. Hold on. Here we go. Come on. Trying to get the music going. Okay, we have a music problem, apparently. It doesn't want to play. Try to refresh. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, give me unskippable minute. Oh, yeah, that doesn't seem right. There we go. Okay. We're getting some green balls, but they're on defense. It mostly seems. I'm hoping the lack supply truly is hurting. We are actually just about in there. Oh no, we lost him. Or did we? Wait, what? Yeah, we lost. I guess it's just taking a moment to register. This guy's down to 28 of 30 division, so we lost another one somewhere else too that I guess I didn't notice, which is shameful. Yeah, Boldriev is now here, allegedly. Don't see anybody anywhere. Minsk is gonna be in our hands sooner than you may think. Okay. What's this? Decisions available? Oh, right, yeah, I don't... Get rid of that. War support's already at 100%. Yeah, we got them in. They're in on it. Why is it still telling me Fate of Azerbaijan? I thought I deselected it. Oh, apparently I didn't. Dang, there's that little melody line that just went past. It for just a fleeting moment sounded like that Muna Hoshinova song. My universe, my universe. It's like a newer one. It's the one she did at Fest. Oh, she's Slade, of course. The Germans, yeah, German divisions are actively in Ukraine now. They're over here. Oh, Zhukov's ready for an upgrade. Well, this figure's gotta be offensive doctrine, right? Charismatic is pretty cool, though. Oh, except I can't afford anything because I got attaches everywhere. I need one of these people to... Okay, that's looking good. One of these wars has to end so I can get the attaché back. Chuyikov got hurt. Keep trying to sign, and I can't. It's just habit of never. I mean, not never, but I usually don't let it run this slow. I think it's time to reveal intel against Ukraine. So this is going to help with our planning speed. We'll get a defense bonus against them. We're going to get a breakthrough bonus against them. Just a lot of good stuff. It's not great. That's why I usually don't think it's worth it. But it's fun just to have it activated. We can also get a really good look at what's going on here now. Oh, yeah. 1939B. Are we until the 80%? Hmm. So they have 2 medium tank divisions. Not exactly setting the world on fire. Happy St. Crispin's Day. What are their reserves? 162,000. Really? So you only got 162,000 people ready to put on the uniform to defend your country left. Well, how many have I killed so far? 72.2 thousand, and I haven't even really gotten started yet. But if I don't only have to kill as many as I already have. Barely over 2 more times. Yeah, it's this is gonna start getting icky. Only had force attack though. It really is. Ugh. Spain's just gonna keep the damn attaché forever. Or oh, did I not send it to them? What? Oh, that's right. It was Argentina. And as we can see, it's just not enough, is it? Whoa. CSA actually moving west. Starting to kind of look like something happening. Oh man, if they could get back to Chicago. I generally think if they could just get back to Chicago, that's enough factories that they can push it even against Canada. I mean, Canada thinks, yeah, at least they got Toronto thanks to me. Okay, so Mongolia is now gonna play its little game. I'll leave Jakukarin to do, please. Sorry, I was just thinking. Finland. Finland, the breakthrough is certainly happening in the south. Look, we have, it's like we haven't moved them an inch here in the north, and yet it has become their downfall. Like, it's like I remember in How Few Remain, this alternate history universe. It takes place a couple of decades after the first American Civil War, and there's a part where the Union Army has like left a bulge out, and the Confederates start to cut that bulge with a flank attack, but they were like driving everybody to pay attention to the direction they were attacking from initially, and Stonewall Jackson is in charge, and he's just kind of essentially like, damn shame we got to use up these men on just occupying space. All right, got some agency upgrades. Great. Oh, clear that. So we're not really fighting on core territory, but this is only 14 days. Mobilization speed goes up quite a bit. Division attack on core territory. Like, this stuff that I'm taking is not considered core, right? Yeah, it's an occupied state, even if these areas were only relatively recently considered part of Russia. Okay, but I think it's still worth it. Just because here and there, yeah, there are little fights on core territory, and plus there's this issue to the east I'm gonna have to resolve at some point. If I can get Finland to drop... No, I won't send those divisions there, because then we have to still stay focused on Sweden. Most of Scandinavia is firmly in the Reichspak's pocket. Okay. Chat's gotten quiet. Oh, Lithuania just had a coup? Well, well, well. Ask for military instance, strategic reasons to remain neutral. So they're just swinging on their own. Okay, well, what can I say? I mean, we're not at war with them, but is it disingenuous to say good luck? Alright. What's the Watergate thing you're doing? Decisions available, invade them. Yeah, it's a thing I can. I mean, I'm not gonna do that now. Definitely not gonna do that now. Vilnius uprising. Yeah, let's get a news report. What's going on here? For years, the LAF has been roaming the forests of Lithuania in their brutal partisan war against the Lithuanian government. Highly nationalistic, the LAF has preached rhetoric of anti-Germanism as well as calls for a genuinely ethnic Lithuanian state, attracting radicals from the far right. However, it would appear the Lithuanian government's failure to subdue the LAF has led to an outright uprising in Lithuania. Led by their leader, Augustinis Voldemaras, the LAF troops march proudly down the streets of Vilnius, officially breaking Lithuania with the German nation. While Lithuania may enjoy her newfound complete independence, it is unlikely that the German Empire will tolerate a threat on its borders. Observers remark the conflict is imminent and Lithuania's freedom may be short-lived. Let's see how long they last. That's all it is, isn't it? We're just going to watch how long they last. Good coin flip for me, I'd say. For us. Britannia is nearly gone, and yeah, I don't have access to freaking that area. I can't help. So now I've got these awkward front lines to deal with. Okay. Okay. Congressional shenanigans. Well, maybe something you could look up for that is there was almost a bill passed in Congress around Watergate that was going to basically determine what the official rules of an impeachment process were supposed to be, that didn't get passed because Nixon died, and so it's like, oh, well, we don't have to do this, it's not a priority right now. It's kind of one of those things like how would I describe it? Catalina, the Fourth Crusade and such. Wait, Catalina, like the Catalina conspiracy? Man, that's become a popular topic last couple of years. Not as well known a bit of late Roman Republic history. There was a Julius Caesar civil war. I was flipping through some. Was it Suetonius? Or no, was it through or was it Sallust? Anyway, the point is, I was whipping through some, Roman primary source, right? As one does, and there is a reference to a Julius Caesar civil war from the late Republic, but it's not that Julius Caesar. It's a Julius Caesar, because the Julia family was, quite old. I mean, that's the whole idea, is they could allegedly trace themselves back to Venus, right? And it was just one of those things like the last 90 years of the Republic were just so war-torn and divisive that it's genuinely like actual civil wars just fall through the cracks when you're talking about the period. So yeah, I think that probably was Sallust. Sallust is so brutal and brooding and stern about the failures of Rome and the loss of its republic, and he's writing it at a time where it's like, yo, it ain't even over yet, man. The worst is yet to come. But he had already seen, like, Sulla. That was the main thing. Catalaurians won without doing a conspiracy. Caesar's career was ruined. Pompey's defeated in battle by Latius, Sura, Crassus, and Glabario. So I was thinking about... the name Antony, however you want to say it, because there's that line in the Shakespeare play Antony and Cleopatra, which gets quoted in one of the Planet of the Apes films. As for Caesar, wait, I'm blanking out on the name. It's as for Caesar, kneel down and wonder. That's the line. And there is so when we think of like who was Caesar's friend, we think of Antony, or like who was his guy, his go-to general, his the underling, his lancer, his the Vegeta, his Goku. I don't freaking know. But I think just about everybody would say it's Mark Antony, but there was this other guy, and I don't remember his name, and that's kind of the point of what I'm saying here. And his name was like Litigius, or maybe it was not. No, it wasn't Lepidus. And I cannot, for the life of me, ever remember that guy's name whenever I think of him over the years, and I could look him up, and I guess I should. Let's see, hold on. Generals under Julius Caesar. But he was somebody who, when the Caesar Civil War after Gaul began, there was... that's why I should look up the Gallic Wars of Caesar, and then from there I probably could find the name of the guy. But it's like that other guy's name has not remained a commonly used name over the last 2,000 years, unlike Anthony, which is like this exceedingly common name that you can find in a huge variety of cultures, like that eventually can like trace their roots to Rome. Labinius, is this who it is? Labinius, yeah. So who the fuck's naming their kid Labinius? He served as tribute to the plebs in 63 BC, mostly remembered as one of Julius Caesar's best lieutenants in Gaul, mentioned frequently in the accounts of his military campaigns. Labinius chose to oppose him during the Civil War and was killed at Munda. And I was like thinking about it's like a Benedict Arnold thing in America, right? Or a Quisling thing in Scandinavian countries. Like when in America, for my American viewers, when was the last American you met named Benedict? Yeah, exactly. And so yeah, I was just having these idle thoughts about yeah, like the I mean, it's not a linguistic thing. It's not like it's crafting a new language, but like I don't know. So things are interesting. Watergate, War Powers Passed, Watergate Committee makes no mention of Nixon. The Supreme Court tied in U.S. versus Nixon. Supreme Court tied in U.S. versus Nixon, which, for those of you who don't know, a lot of people maybe will say, like, how does the Supreme Court tie? It's got an odd number of judges in the U.S. v. Nixon case, except it didn't, because one of the justices had been in the Justice Department when things were going down, so they recused themselves. Or wait, am I mixing that up with the Ali case? Actually, I think it happened in both cases. I mean, yeah, then both of them, there was like a recusal. Okay, so the White Ghosts of Siberia. The news from eastern Siberia is increasingly worrying. The commander of the Far Eastern Military District, General Grigory Ivanovich Kulik, has completely lost control of the region in the aftermath of conspiracy in his own Khabarovsk headquarters. What then unfolded was a coordinated revolt of Amur Usuri Cossacks, so the Cossacks way out here, not like, I know people think of Cossacks, they usually think of over here. The banded army under Gregory Semyonov, which caught Kulik's command by surprise, barely escaping from Khabarovsk with his life. The rebels portrayed themselves as the White Vanguard in Siberia, courting support from all anti-socialists in the east with varying success. The question remains of what should be done with Kulik, whose incompetence led to the eastern catastrophe. We can say he's merely guilty of failure, or he has committed treason. Okay. So this is definitely a poll. What to do with Eastern, or let's say Far East guy who failed? He is merely, Far East guy. See, here is merely guilty of failure. To fail is to commit treason. All right, so y'all vote on that. Ooh. So while you are voting on that, let's keep. I like how it's manpower -1. Like, put them up against the wall. Wow, we took Maripol when I wasn't even looking. That's great. Also, what is going? Like, I hate the. What is going on with the coloration? I guess it's because of my dang thing. I can go to total mobilization if I wanted to, but I don't. Labienus committing an anime betrayal before the Ides of March. Yeah. Well, there's also a so yeah. Funny, we were talking about the Anthony and Cleopatra line. So the part before, as for Caesar, look down and wonder. It's and I don't know the Anthony and Cleopatra play as well as Julius Caesar, but there's a part where they're describing Anthony, and they're like, Anthony is really easy to understand, and there's people who don't like him, of course. It's like, you know what? I'm just gonna try to find the line. Let me try to find. Give me a second here. While you guys are voting on that, so let's see, Anthony. So that I can like be specific about what I'm saying. Anthony, Cleopatra, Shakespeare, kneel down and wonder. Let me look. Okay. .edu, take their farewell of each other. Yeah, here we go. Act 3, Scene 2. Okay, so the character of Enobarbus says he loves Caesar best, yet he loves Antony. And then ho, hearts, tongues, figures, scribes, bards, poets cannot think, speak, cast, write, sing, number. Whoo! His love to Antony. But as for Caesar, kneel down, and wonder. Yeah. Yeah, oh, here, yeah, 'tis a noble Lepidus, how he loves Caesar, but how dearly he adores Antony. So there's Shakespeare writing your Tumblr archive of our own fanfic where Lepidus has unrequited love for Caesar, because Caesar loves Antony Kuhn, but then Antony Kuhn and Caesar become tunnel buddies with for Cleopatra. I mean, it's all there. Okay. So, let's close the vote. To fail is to commit treason. 100% of the Politburo apparently feels that way. So, General Gregory Ivanovich Kulik, we find you guilty of anti-Soviet behavior, and you're sentenced to be shot. Sec. Nope. Hold on, I'm trying to find something here. Okay, yeah. We find you guilty of anti-Soviet behavior and sentence you to be shot.
Name? Fire!
Well, that bullet count might explain some of our logistic issues. All right, back to the music. So he has committed treason, totalism, up to 2%. The tanky chat and at work again. All right. So we have this like a couple divisions assigned here still, right? Is it only 2? Okay, I just am. Kind of want to move another one over here. Just because we have to be careful. I'm noticing that in this existential struggle, they're still keeping a decent amount of divisions watching the border with us. Can't say that I blame them. They're definitely on the chopping block. It's going to be a little weird if we get all the way to Berlin, but not before we attack into Lithuania again. But like the order doesn't have to be that exact. Lithuanian revolt. What? This is just the name for another freaking. Oh, there ain't nothing. They don't got it. They don't got me. Boy, trying to get in here. Get a nice encirclement here north of Uzika. That might give military access. Oh, no. They've got a minus 1,000 on that. Or no, wait, ask for military access. Oh, now they have it. I guess they changed their mind. I could, you know what? And I think I will, but not just yet. No, because the other day, nah, pops, come on. I think let's see what kind of big boy pants they can wear. Man, we just cannot get here. It looks like in this timeline, Kerch is going to take the Sevastopol lore and aura. They're making me work for it over there. Tanks. Let's push right here. We have a very specific tile pressure point to push. So let's do that. I think I'm gonna have to dismiss this because I just have too much stuff to. Okay. Coming up on Armistice Day. Okay, come on. Why are we losing? Low supply, lack of fuel, enemy air superiority reduction. Are we okay? Ooh, they're starting to really commit air power into Ukraine. That's okay. We just shift some ratios here and there. So like we take these guys, we're gonna move them right here, right into the middle of the shit. Excuse my language. Finland has capitulated. Oh, we got him. We got to do a little cleanup there. But Vladimir Levitsky has announced that the cowardly Finnish nation could no longer withstand the pressure from the overwhelming presence of Russian forces throughout the country. The Finnish government chose to flee the country and has gone into exile. Their main forces have capitulated, and the Russian Socialist Federative Republic is now in control of their home area. Though the war against what remains of the Reichsvolk continues elsewhere, this is a great victory for all of the Eastern Front of the Third International. Indeed. Indubitably. Okay. Okay. So I kind of want to pivot some of them north, but we got to clean up these pockets here. Okay. How's all this looking still? Okay, good. Yeah, great. Still no sign of any naval invasions. They're just dumping even more in here. Okay, so we've got 556 planes out there shooting missions. They're doing 667. Our missions number. Sorry, which is further adjacent. Active planes, gauging comment about air injection 100. Yeah, so they got me over 6-1. They're really concentrating on trying to prevent this from happening, and yet here we are. It's happening. It is in fact happening. That supply hub is gonna fall probably before this pocket does. Wait, no. Do a little division attack there just to hold them off. Damn, the infantry is coming in with more heat than the tanks right now. That's a little embarrassing. What's next? No, not the new infantry equipment just yet. Yeah, let's get crazy with the artillery though. Let's get freaking go. Okay, that's gonna give me a air support mission efficiency plus 20%, ground attack factor plus 1. Both very good. Okay. Okay. Feeling great. I'm gonna feel really great when we kick this fucking tile. I'm really glad that we got all this core buff while we're on the defensive. This will create 10 divisions. That's kind of cool. We have no lack of prisoners. They often have solid military training. These descendants of whites can be given a choice to avoid execution, service in the Red Army, and washing away their crime. And we'll have penal battalions as a technology. I don't know what that looks like. Totalism also get a boost, which is fine because they're part of the coalition. And we'll just, yeah, get straight up 10 divisions. We'll find, if nothing else, we can just dismiss them and get the guns. Right? I don't know if they're going to spawn with guns. I hope they do. That's probably going to ultimately decide what I actually want to fucking do with them. Oh, gosh. Sorry. Mean. Little mouthy there. Yeah, wait, what are y'all doing? Oh, yeah, no. Right now. Right here. Can't from the east. We're gonna cut them here, it looks like. I don't want them to retreat south. You see, they're trying to evacuate. They're evacuating the pocket. It's working, man. This is where that air superiority is genuinely coming in kind of clutch for them. Alright, let's... I'm sure we could find some more things to do here. We'll start sending our people in too. But now Belarus isn't covered as well as I'd like. But Belarus is not really holding too hard or at all practically. How's the logistics? Infantry equipment, we finally are in the positives. Plenty of factories queued up. A whole lot of repairs that need to be done. Even if they do evacuate this, which, yeah, they are. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, let's give it a couple of days. Boom, boom. Cool, there's, what, 4 divisions still in there? 5. In 5 divisions, that's still going to be, what, 15,000 men? Like, if we were to look at our own standard infantry... Oh, wait, no, that's 11,000 each, so... Figure 10,000 each is going to be 50,000. They've got 46,000. Once we close this pocket, Ukraine is, officially bleeding out. Yeah, we really just cannot get into the Crimea, can we? They won't let us do it. Ooh, I really don't like this slant here. Not too pretty. It's what a mess to clean this up. No divisions assigned. I don't know. One there, I guess. 10 divisions assigned here. That doesn't seem right. Those 10 will then get free and go to other places. Okay. What decision now? Transfer factories to Siberia. Is that going to give me more factories or just moves them? Because if it's just moving them, I don't care. Dispatch barrier troops. More than 10% surrender progress. Get some buffs. Areas left to evacuate. We're not evacuating shit. Remove one factory, it goes there. So we basically, you just click this, spend a little, and move them east. So you get to keep the factories but lose land. There we go, that fixed it. Sometimes we sway, wouldn't have it any other way. Okay. Commune of France hanging on by a thread, 88% of the way to capitulation right now. I've taken 343 casualties. Third of that's from Ukraine. Ukraine has taken 114 off of me. So it's been about 50-50 actually. This getting rid of that pocket ought to take care of that. Oh boy, the Belarusian offensive, I think needs to officially stop. I think they all need to officially stop actually, maybe, because look at all these red bubbles I'm starting to see. Come on! I kind of want to close that pocket, and then I think we'll actually stop there, because chat has gotten quite quiet, and we've got a lot accomplished here. We capitulated the Baltic Federation, we capitulated Finland, although we're still cleaning that up. We do have a couple of other countries that are getting involved right now, but I don't think it's necessarily anything we have to worry about here in 1940. That's 1941 problems, I think. I genuinely, it's one of those things that keep east of Xinjiang click, and I like, that's fine. I can just wait. Although it could end up cutting off my convoy accesses, but I think what we're doing is much more important right now as we head west. Okay, go. Keep pushing. How many divisions in training? Yes and no. Okay. Putting 3 divisions in here. I'm gonna say y'all get learning. Konev. Y'all need to get learning the hard way. In fact, yeah, that's where we're going to stop it. So with a lot of red bubbles showing up, potentially we have reached the extent of our push. I'm sure hoping not, because we're trying to get Germany to get off of France so much. I think we are going to end up asking Lithuania for access so that we just push again on some of their core areas and get the panicky and not concerned with France in a way that they should be. I genuinely almost want to send some divisions to the other side of frickin' Europe, but the problem is I think I'd have to do it via ship, and I don't think I have a guarantee that they'd make it safely. But that'll be it for now. Thank you very much for joining me on Conquering History Games. So Tuesday, tomorrow, I may stream during the day, maybe not. I'm probably going to have to just be calling it a loss on the Tuesdays, but I should be up. I'm not going to do it tomorrow night, I think. I'd be really surprised if I did. But thanks, and if you could, just hit the like button on your way out, you know, algorithm and all that. And good night. See you Wednesday night at the latest.